So I want to do a little quick review on my Polaris Sportsman 570 SP model year 22. I will make a walk around the machine and talk about some features this model has and later talk about some issues that I have with it. I had this machine for about 1.5 years and I only been using it for 50 hours. So this will be like a 50 hours review and I want to share with you my thoughts about it. So I got this machine late in the 2021 and yes, I have checked it out. It is a 2022 model. I use it mostly for transporting me and my tools between my storage container and my log cabin, but most of the hours I have used it for is when I'm plowing the roads on the winter time. But now it's spring and as you can see we have really muddy roads up here in the forest, especially now when the ground frost starts to melt, so that's why it's a little dirty and I have no water to clean it with. So this is the premium model and it comes with the EBS system. It's an engine braking system that gives you an engine brake when you let go of the throttle. It's useful if you do a lot of climbing and downhills where you don't want to freewheel. In my case I have little use of just that, but it's nice to have the machine stop slowly when you turn off the throttle. On this machine I have electric power steering and that is something that is very useful when you're going slowly in the forest. I also got bigger wheels with aluminum rims. And I got LED front lights and LED headlights. But to adjust the height and the beam from the headlight is something that I find hard to get satisfying. It always seems to be pointing in the wrong direction. The premium model have a little higher ground capacity with these arc-shaped A-frames, and that was one of the reasons I bought the premium model instead of the standard. We are surrounded by a forest and I wanted to be able to drive in rough terrain with a lot of small stumps and branches. Here in the front I also have the winch with the nylon rope. It has a capacity of 3500 lb or almost 1600 kilo. With the winch I also got a remote control. I only been using that for one time, but with the Polaris plow system you connect the winch to the plow and that's mostly what I use the winch for. Here is the front storage with the new improvement of the hinge and the latches, but that is something I'm not using at all. Maybe if I'm going on a longer ride with a lot of gears I will put something in there. But the improvement of placing the battery up here is one of the good things. It is easy to recharge your battery if you need to do that. So let's move on to the back. I have a hitch connected to it and this machine has a towing capacity of 1350 pounds or a little bit over 600 kilos. And I have been towing some really heavy logs out of the forest without any problem. What else? The premium model has painted plastic and I think it looks really nice. I have some small scratches here and there on it, but it's no issue for me. The machine is made for to be used, so that's no problem for me. So I will turn on the ignition to light up the panel. And as you can see, a lot of information pops up. We have the fuel level, the gear indicator, you have the engine RPM and the engine hour and trip counter and much more. And you switch information with the mode button and with the up and down buttons. So for being able to start the engine you have to have the neutral gear in and the brake active. Or you can start it with the parking gear in position and the brake active. It comes with the active descent control, the downhill mode, which I never use, and with the two-wheel mode and the four-wheel mode. I mostly go with the four-wheel mode. When I ordered the machine I also ordered the shop to put on handle warmers both for the handles and for the thumb handle for the throttle, and that is nice to have, especially here in Sweden where we get really cold days in winter. So now to the issues I have with it. The first one was that the machine was delivered with a broken brake sensor. I could not run more than a few minutes with it before the angel lamp flashes, but the dealer sent me a new one that I replaced it myself. The other issue is that the Polaris put on a rider stop on this model. There was something about the wiring from the Stator that could cause electric sparks onto the brake hose that could lead to engine fire. The solution for that is that they put on a non-static tape onto the wiring. So overall I'm happy with the machine and I could not be without it here in the forest. Was it worth it? Yes, I believe so. I was choosing between Polaris Sportsman and the Can-Am Outlander and I still think I made the right decision. As I only been using it for 50 hours, I believe more small issues is yet to come. But I'm overall very happy with the machine. I hope you find this video interesting, and if you do, please hit the like button. And if you want to support my channel, please hit the subscribe button, and I see you in the next video. Thank you and goodbye.